let's do this. I've got hot cake mix, basically Japanese version of pancakes. So it has 2 packages in it, for which I need, for 1 packet I need 1 egg and 150 mils of milk. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting though. We're gonna make, sorry, I don't know what that weird face is for. Cinnamon chocolate chip pancakes though, and they're gonna be really, really good. Yeah. So, as I'm getting stuff out for this, I realized I don't have a lot of really useful things, like something to put the extra mix in if I have any, or extra pancakes if it makes any, or hotcakes, whatever you want to call them, and like something to mix in that might be the appropriate size. I forgot I had 2 bowls in there. Yeah, so this is gonna be pretty exciting, as normal cooking with me. So here I have it all laid out. I've got my chocolate that I'm gonna cut up and put in there. My cat bowl that will hopefully be the appropriate size for mixing because it's the biggest one I have. Hot cake mix, milk, eggs, strawberries to cut up and eat with them. And then I'm also gonna make myself some syrup. And that's it. Cinnamon and cinnamon. All right, I've got my chocolate all cut up. I went ahead and poured one of the packages into the bowl. Luckily, it looks like it should just fit. So hopefully everything else won't spill out over the sides if I mix carefully, which I never do, let's be honest. But I'm gonna go ahead and, this is the cinnamon, and some cinnamon in there. Not too much because I don't want them to be massively cinnamony, but a good enough amount for this bit. And actually I realized the cinnamon should maybe help bring out the chocolate flavor, so that's cool. That's probably good for this. I have no idea what this cinnamon mix is gonna taste like. I mean this hot cake mix, but hopefully it'll be good. So then I've got to measure out my, what was it? 150 mils of milk, I think. There's that, let's see. Yeah, 150 mils of milk. So there's that. Into which I'm gonna go ahead and crack the egg into there and mix it up with the milk because I think that should mix better maybe. These eggs are really big. It's a big egg. Okay. Use that to crack the egg on. Crack that into there. Just set that there for now. Mix this up. Pour that in. Give that a good mix. But I'm gonna go ahead and add the chocolate in there. One-handed with massive skill, hopefully. Yeah, that's not gonna work one-handed, hang on. One-handed wasn't working, but I got it in there with both my hands. It ended up being more like chunks and flakes of chocolate due to the knife I was using and then just like the chocolate and how I was cutting it and whatever, which I think will be fine, but I'm gonna mix that in there really well and hopefully get the rest of those lumps out and then make my syrup and cook it up. All right, so I have creamed out the milk from here, and I'm gonna just, look, these are really cool. You just push the top and it opens, which is like so convenient when you only have one hand because you're filming. Does that look useful to you? I feel like I'm building one of those, like, did you ever make like sand art bottles? That's what I feel like I'm building right now. Pour that in there. Turn on the stove to, that's probably good. And then I'm gonna mix it with a handy dandy chopstick so I don't scrape the bottom with my metal spoon. And then just wait for it to boil because I need it to boil so it starts to thicken and kind of caramelize. Ooh, that's fancy. I like, opens up on top. I thought it was going to be like cellophane, kind of covering it like we do in America. But it's just a really convenient, like, so I can easily close it again. Strawberries. Yum. I'm excited about that. I've been wanting strawberries all week. Alright, so now that I've got the syrup bubbling, the strawberries cut, I'm going to attempt to pour, oh gosh, I'm going to make such a mess. Okay, pour the cat bowl into here so they can easily, yeah, okay, I'm really proud of myself for that. Definitely thought it was going to go all over the table. Okay, I know it's just the cinnamon there, but that mix smells really good. I'm really excited to eat these. I'm definitely not thickened up yet. So I'm gonna give that a little bit more time and just kind of hang out until I think it's ready to be like pulled off the heat and cool a little bit. And then I'll cook up the hotcakes. It has just occurred to me that I have no fork and therefore I have no conventional way to eat my pancakes. But, do you hear that? It sounds hideous. Oh, sorry, there's just a really sharp noise. I have no conventional way to eat my pancakes, so I'll either be eating them with chopsticks or a spoon. The day just keeps getting more interesting, doesn't it, folks? In good news, this is thickening quite nicely. I don't know if you can tell. It's much more viscous than it was before, which is nice. My camera is dying again, so I'm going to go charge that, but if it dies before my pancakes happen, I'm sorry. Because I'm just convinced that you all are very emotionally invested in my dinner, I'm gonna just try and use a little bit of juice that this camera has left, I decided. And let's see if we're gonna pour this in here. It's nice and thick, so that's good. Make a nice big one there and leave all that goop everywhere, that's nice. So it says it's very specific on the package. It says heat it on high for 1 minute, like heat the pan on high for 1 minute and then leave it on low heat or no heat, maybe for, I don't actually read, I should probably remember. Either way, I mean, it depends on the cakes in the pan now, so it's really no much we can do. Yeah, okay, it says heat it on high for 1 minute, and then maybe it says pour it in. I don't actually really bother to read it. Pour it in for 1 minute with no heat, and then cook it on 3 minutes at low heat, that says. You can't really see, but it says that. And then flip it and do it on another 2 minutes of low heat. I'm just kind of going for it because, well, I mean, at this point, there's really not much more I can mess up with this, is there? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, this hot cake is cooking up quite nicely. I'm really pleased with how thick it is because I really like thick pancakes. Luckily, I do have at least a spatula, so I'm not that flawed in all my plans. Although I didn't actually think of whether or not I had a spatula, like, until a couple minutes ago when I realized I would need one. That's fine. But yeah, I really like thick pancakes. I think I'm meant to wait for bubbles, but I'm just gonna check underneath to see how it's doing. Oh, see, that looks a really nice brown color. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. Loosen it a bit. Eek. Yeah, it's fine. Oops, okay, that's stuck. Ready? And flip. Beautiful! Oh, look, it's pretty. So that's lucky. Maybe this will work out. Maybe this won't be the day of fails. Because let's face it, laundry. The ending of that book, what was that about? My syrup. It's just, you know, tragic. Yeah, I was just trying to clean out that pot that I used for the syrup, and this is what I got out of the bottom. So now I know how to make caramel. Whoops. Sorry, my camera actually did die. I was charging it while I was eating dinner. But I wanted to let you know that they were really yummy, so I'm really pleased with that. That was cool. They were nice and thick. Yeah, I'm excited to have them again maybe sometime. Maybe tomorrow I can heat up the leftovers for breakfast or something and make some more syrup and not burn it next time. But it was really good. Yeah, so I'm really pleased. And the strawberries were yummy too with it. So that was cool. I finished up my dinner, like I said earlier. And I realized, oh gosh, I keep realizing, like throughout the day, that I said I was going to update you all on what's been going on this week since I've been too busy to, I don't even know what I last posted. Sorry for editors. And I haven't said anything about this week all day. So, just real quick, okay, honestly, like, I don't know what I've said. So I'm just going to kind of recap the whole week, and if you've already heard it, I'm sorry. Hopefully you don't get bored. I went to the club fair, which was really fun. Did fun things like learned how to play bridge and talked to a bunch of people, which was really cool. I think I'm going to be joining this one club that's kind of a volunteering thing, where they go to, I think they go to a couple different elementary schools here in Kyoto. Anyway, I'm going to hang out with them again tomorrow, so I'm excited for that because they're all really cool and really nice. I went to class, I started my classes, which was good. Again, a bit confusing. I was late to one because I thought it was a different day of the week, so I didn't realize that I had class. Whoops. I was late to another because the classroom, I didn't like see the right schedule that the classroom was written on, so me and two other guys all of us were lost because we thought we were meant to be in one building and we were meant to be in another. But luckily that was fine. We were only a couple minutes late to that one. And then one class I missed completely because I couldn't figure out where it was at. And I went to ask at one of the offices. And they told me, I think they told me the wrong building. I ended up sitting through an hour and a half of this like graduate student research person, like introductory in beginning lecture meeting thing for sociology studies in Southeast Asia. Oh, and then I had yakisoba for the first time, which was really yummy. And one of the guys I met went out with me to that, which was really cool to hang out with someone else. Okay, so then Thursday I had more classes, which were all fine. I'm gonna be able to take a French class, which I'm really excited about. I'm so happy. So it's basically a course studying on most French or all French news stations. They have something called Revue de la Presse, which is a 10-minute segment where they review basically the most important news for the day. And it doesn't sound like it's going to be too work intensive, so it'll be fun to just take something that's not Japanese related, which as much as I love Japanese, it's definitely a mental workout to be around it all the time. And then Fridays, I think I'm only gonna have, actually, I may drop that may be the class I dropped. So I may not have class Fridays at all, which would be so nice just to have an extra day. Let's see, what else did I do? Nothing. I took my Japanese placement test, which Lauren, who's a girl from UW, sat in front of me. And at the end of it, she just kind of turned around and looked at me. I was like, what was that? Because it was really, really difficult. And neither of us were expecting that because the courses themselves are actually, well, I don't really know what the equivalent is, but I haven't found the courses to be too difficult, the level that I've been going to, which is nice, a really nice break to get like review and still be learning stuff and making sure I understand things is really nice. And I think definitely important. Yeah, so that was really hard. And then I was really tired because I've been getting home at like 8 and 9 p.m. this past week, which hopefully doesn't continue or I get used to because that's really late for me. I'm not used to that at all. Let's see. Sorry, I keep saying thinking. Then that was Friday. So then today, oh, you saw today. Yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this and then get it up for you all to see. I guess that'll be my tomorrow, your tomorrow, both of our tomorrows because everyone else is sleeping right now, I think. You should be. Okay, good night.